Nais umasenso, manap ng trabaho, o di kaya'y subukang magnegosyo. Lumikha ng produkto't sikaping lumago, inspirasyon mong pagkapiko. Katuwang ng gobyerno sa iyong tagumpay, iisa ang ating hangarin. Pag may abilidad at oportunidad, tiyak na ang lahat ay uunlad. Trabaho, negosyo, kabuhayan, kaya natin yan. Walang iwanan. Go lang ng go mga kaibigan. Trabaho, negosyo, kabuhayan, kaya natin yan. Sulong Pilipinas! Go, 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 kababayan! Kaya natin yan. Kaya natin yan. Kayaw magtipid sa iyong mga pangarap, sige-sige sa pagsisikap. Asenso'y sigurado sa hinaharap, manalig lang palagi sa sarili. Trabaho, negosyo, kabuhayan, kaya natin yan. Walang iwanan. Go lang ng go mga kaibigan. Trabaho, negosyo, kabuhayan, kaya natin yan. Sulong Pilipinas! Go, 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 kababayan! Kaya natin yan. Kaya natin yan.
Habang nakatigil ang mundo, habang ligtas tayo sa ating mga tahanan, may mga pumiling manatili sa harap ng digmaan laban sa COVID-19. Para sa inyong patuloy na nagpapatakbo sa makina ng bansa. Para sa inyong laging nakaabang sa ating mga daungan at paliparan. Para sa inyong nagtatawid ng aming mga pangangailangan sa kalsada, karagatan at himpapawid. Para sa inyong mga nagbabantay sa mga warehouse at terminal. Para sa inyong mga nakikipagsapalaran sa daan. Para sa inyong naghahatid sa amin ng malasakit at kabayanihan. Kayong mga frontliners sa logistics at supply chain. Kakibat kayo ng mga doktor, nurse, sundalo at pulis. Patid namin ang mga sakripisyo ninyo at pagtitiis. Kasama ang buong sambayanan, kaming lahat ay nagbibigay buhay at puso-puso papasalamat sa pagharap ninyo sa tiyak na pahamak para sa bayan. Mabuhay kayo, mga bayani ng bayan.
Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Carlo Rivera, representative ng THAMS International Business School. THAMS, together with PTTC, are the learning partners of DTI in this project. On behalf of the organizers, I'd like to welcome all of you to Control Plus Biz Reboot Now with this masterclass entitled Meet Your Enablers, Part 2. Itong Control Plus Biz Reboot Now ay bahagi ng mga proyekto ng DTI na tutulong sa transformation ng mga micro, small, at medium enterprises sa pagnenegosyo na gamit ng e-commerce technologies. Ang programang ito ay may kasamang assistance tulad ng access sa e-commerce platforms at enablers, loans, discounts galing sa delivery platforms, at libreng training at webinars. In the spirit of bayanihan, our enabling partners across the entire e-commerce ecosystem will provide their expertise and experiences on how to take advantage of the digital space. DTI doesn't endorse any particular platform, but Control Plus Biz aims to provide options so MSMEs can have an informed decision. And now, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, for our first talk, we have Samuel Jean Blanc, Philippine Market Lead for the Google Primer app. Take it away, Sam.
All right, start my video. Excellent. Perfect. Good morning, everyone. I hope everybody is doing well. I'm going to take just 1 second to cast my screen. There you go. And I will present. Excellent. I'm actually at the last slide. Let me go back to slide 1. Fantastic. So my name is Samuel, or you can call me Sam. I am a French national. I've been living in the Philippines for 3 years, and I am the market lead for Google Philippines. So today I'm going to tell you about Google Primer, which is a free learning app that every MSME in the Philippines can use to learn new skills and grow your business. Now, before I do that, I'm gonna quickly introduce myself. So as market lead for the Philippines, we've been going all around the country for the past 3 years together with DTI to train as many small businesses as possible. As you can see on this photo here, this photo was taken in Tuguegarao, where we did a training with PTTC, and it was great. We had more than 50 participants, and we've done more than 30 of those trainings across the country. We've been to Tacloban, we've been to Santiago Isabela, we've been to Puerto Princesa, and all of the time we try to educate small businesses onto digital, how they can get onto Google for free, how they can learn new skills, and Primer is definitely one of the tools that we tell them about. Now, as I said, I've been in the Philippines for the past 3 years. I like this photo because I took it in near Cebu, in Mualboal, where I went for a dive trip. And as you know, Cebu is mango country, and probably in this call there may be some mango manufacturers or mango sellers or producers. And I was going around in a motorbike, and then I saw those beautiful mangoes by the side of the street. So I decided to eat one. And that old lady in the middle, in the red dress, was the one selling the mangoes. But as soon as I asked if I could eat one, she called her entire family, and everybody came out of their house. And all of a sudden, what was supposed to be a 5-minute stop became a 1-hour stop. And they invited me home to watch, GMA and to eat dinner with them. And the reason why I love the Philippines so much is because of all those magnificent stories that I encounter every time I go around the country. So thank you so much for your hospitality. And I've gotten the chance through my 3 years in the Philippines to also meet some really amazing people. As you can recognize there, this is a picture of me with Vice Ganda. All right, so let me tell you a bit more about Primer. Primer is a project that is very close to my heart, and it's very close to Google's heart. The reason why we launched Primer is that we realized there isn't really an easy, free way for small businesses across the world to learn new skills. And there isn't really a tool or an app that really responds to what you guys as small businesses are going through every single day. So as you can see there, when we first did a round of interviews to understand what small businesses needed in terms of educational tool, we found out 3 things. The first one, as you can see on the left, is that most small businesses, they don't want to be an expert in anything, right? They don't want to be an expert, sorry, in everything. They don't want to become, website expert. They want something that's actionable, that responds to their needs, and that's, easy to integrate without becoming, without going too deep onto this topic. So they don't want to spend, 50 hours on one single topic. They just want to know the gist of it. The second insight that you can see in the middle is that, of course, every business owner is stranded with time. And so you don't have time to learn new things and again, spend 50 hours on a course. You need something that's easy and fast to integrate. And then finally, because things are changing so fast in this digital world, you want something that adapts regularly and changes based on the newest habits and the newest tools and the newest ways consumers are interacting on digital. So we decided, okay, let's create something that responds to those needs. Let's create something that is very actionable content, that's easy to integrate, 5 minutes max, and that is constantly updating with new content. And that is how Google Primer was born. So keep in mind, Google Primer is 100% free and will never be a paid platform. Everything is free. And there's an app and there's also a website that you can use, but our encouragement is really to use the app because it has more features. Right, so Google Primer is an app. You can see a screenshot on the right. It's an app that allows you to easily learn about business, online marketing, social media, financing, getting online, finding funds for your business. At first, the Google Primer was really focused on those three things you see on the screen: business, online marketing, and social media. But over time, because people love the app, we decided to expand. And now we have more than 250 different courses that you can choose from. And again, they go from multiple topics. There's even a section just for women. If you're a woman founder or if you're a woman owner of a small business, we have a section just for you to really help you navigate the world and help you have all the tools as a woman to succeed in the business. Right, so why use Google Primer? Well, this slide is maybe a year old, but it's actually 250 courses now on the platform. And actually, we've also launched some dedicated courses just for COVID. So free courses around how to react as a business because of COVID and the pandemic. The second reason, of course, it's 100% free and it will never be a paid product. So just go out there and consume as many lessons as possible. You also get a progression bar, you get badges. It's very fun and entertaining to use. It works offline. So, I understand that some of you may be in rural areas where the internet is not always good. We know that there's a typhoon right now going through the Philippines and there may be some internet problems. Well, that's okay because Primer is an offline app. So you can use it offline when you don't have connectivity, when you're on the plane, when you're on the ferry, when you're at home and you don't want to consume data, you can just use Primer offline. And then finally, it only takes 5 minutes. So really responding to your feedback around, I don't have 15 hours to give to a single course or a single skill. Courses are just 5 minutes. And they're also very playful. They're cars that you can skip through and they have little quizzes around them. So it's a very fun way to learn. And all courses are only 5 minutes to learn a new skill. So who would say no, right? Now, there you go. If you don't have the time to go to a classroom, like on the left, then you just use Google Primer. If you don't, you've always said, oh, I'm going to learn something new and I'm going to go to, this fancy website and learn a new skill, but you've never actually done it, just download Primer and you'll be able to, in very, very little time, learn plenty of new skills. Again, if you don't have the time to go to fancy conferences and travel, all the way to remote places to learn, hopefully something, then just, use Google Primer. This is the app icon that you can see on the right. Right, so please download the app. I think it's really the best way to interact with the content. And again, the app allows you to have the content downloaded and available offline. So if you go to the website, I think it's googleprimer.com. yourprimer.com. As you can see there, you will be able to leave your email address and you will receive a link over email. And then you can open that link. It will open the Play Store and you'll be able to download the app. If you don't want to do this, you can just go to your Play Store on your phone, look for Google Primer, and then download the app. And this is how it looks like. You will have a first introduction page. You just sign in with your email address. I don't even think we ask for complimentary information like your name or anything else. You just need your email address so that we can keep track of your progress. And then you'll be able to start learning whatever you want. So if you have a specific skill in mind that you would like to learn, you can just use the search bar on the top left. If you don't, well, that's also okay. You can just browse through courses, and then the system will also recommend courses for you to learn based on your previous learning and previous courses. You also have themes, right? So we've kind of bundled different lessons into themes. So let's say you want to grow your business online. You have what we call a mini course, and inside that mini course, you would have, up to 12 different lessons on a specific topic. So this allows you to bundle different skills and kind of learn a theme, but breaking it down into multiple small courses that you can consume whenever you want. Now, again, the variety of themes now is just unbelievable. 250 themes that you can really browse through, and we've really created dedicated lessons for different groups. So please just take the time to go through all the available courses and just learn new skills. That's it. So that was it for me. I hope you will find this useful. Again, this is a call to action to download the Google Primer app. And now I will take, I believe, questions if you have any. All right, I can see only one question. All right, seems that the presentation was straightforward enough. Request a copy of this presentation. Yes, absolutely. I believe DTI will share this presentation over with the participants once this is over. There are no, well, actually, when you do complete a primer course, you will get a thank you page with kind of a primer certificate if you want, and you're more than welcome to use this thank you page and this congratulation page, and post it on social media or add it to your LinkedIn profile. These courses, by the way, have been curated by experts in the educational field. So the skills that you will learn there are really approved and recommended by experts on that specific field, right? So from funding your business to finding finances, there's a great course around creating a pitch deck for investors if you want to raise money for your business. So an investor could be a bank, an investor could be an angel investor group, and so you will have this course that explains to you how to create a great pitch deck for your business. Let me go through other questions. Are these learning tools and skills to be discovered useful to teens as well? Well, that's a great question. So these skills are mostly for business savvy people. So if your teen is into the business world, absolutely, definitely. They're extremely simple to use and they're gamified. So once you're going through a course, you'll have quizzes, you'll have cards that you can swipe through. So it's a very easy to use app. Now, if you feel that your teenager is into business and would like to learn more about online marketing, for instance, which could happen, definitely recommend using this tool. It's very easy to use. So thank you for the question. All right, let me take just a few other questions. Cecilia Natividad, I have a Google account. How do I merge Google e-business so I only have one account? Okay, that is, I think, a Google account, and there you can add your personal Google account, and so your personal Google account will allow you to manage your Google My Business account. So thank you for this question, Cecilia. Another question from Irene. It looks interesting. We'll try the apps. I am sure this will be useful to cooperatives. Absolutely. Yes, it will. We actually, I don't know if we have a dedicated mini course for cooperative, but we have some from NGOs. We have some for business owners. So you may find a category that actually fits your business very, very well. Cooperative, I'm not 100% sure, but if you are the owner of an NGO or run an NGO, you do have dedicated courses on the Google Primer app just for NGO owners. So thank you, Irene, for the comment. Do you have desktop version of the Google Primer? That's a great question. Now, the problem is when we create an app, people ask for desktop, and when we create the website, people ask for an app. On this one, our understanding from the business owners that we surveyed before launching the app was that you would rather interact with our content on a mobile phone and an app. So it's actually just an app. The second reason why we've opted for the app is that we wanted it to be an offline experience. And so the only way for the content to be available offline is to actually have an app. So it is a downloadable app, and the app also makes it more gamified. So when you are on the app, you can have more of a gamified experience. So it is just an app for now. But thank you for the question, Ian. All right, I'll just answer a few more. Winnie, hi, good morning. The Primer course are used only for phone app or could be formatted for laptop or desktop? Great question. Same answer here. For now, it's just an app. Hopefully later on, we should be able to integrate it further. By the way, we're also working with partners, private and government partners, to integrate Google Primer in some of their website or their app or their mobile sites. So of course, our goal is to make sure that those courses are as widely available as possible. And one of those options would be to, of course, integrate them with partners like, for example, PTTC or DTI. All right, thank you, Winnie, for the question. All right, and then finally, Irene is asking how to communicate with us. I think I did share my my Instagram. Unfortunately, I cannot share my email address directly, but if you have any follow-up questions, please just email PTTC or DTI, and they should be able to course those requests to us. I know that we also have an email address that I forget the exact name of. So hopefully Eve, who's also in this call, could ping it on the chat. And we do have a Google email address that you can email if you have questions about this specific course. So thank you, Irene, for the question. All right, and I think this is it.
Not quite. We have a couple of very intriguing questions coming in from Facebook, if that's all right.
Absolutely. Thank you, Carlo. Absolutely.
All right. So here's one. What is in the Google Primer app for startups or MSMEs that is tech savvy?
Great. Yes, great question. So, sorry, I did forget to mention, we have a whole section just for startups. So if you are a startup and you're, for example, looking to raise, there is this section around raising. There's this section around creating a business plan. There's this section around using technology to improve your business. So yeah, great question from the Facebook live chat. There is a whole section around startups. So if you are a startup, please go ahead and download the app. Use the search bar to look for the startup related courses. The second question was around not being, business or tech savvy. The whole app is really centered around this. So if you're looking for an in-depth course on a specific topic, as we said, it's probably not the right app. You can go to Coursera or edX or Khan Academy, and there are so many of those other platforms out there. Google Primer is really made for people that don't have a lot of time. They don't want to be experts, or they're not experts themselves on a specific topic, and they want something that's up to date with the latest content. And so Google Primer really is about this. So if you're not an expert on technology, on business, on digital, that's 100% all right, because the app is created just for you. It's very simple, layman words, layman terms, very simple to understand. So I'm guessing for most of the people in this call, this would be the perfect app for you to get up to speed on different topics.
Thank you very much. We have another question. It says here, due to COVID-19, Google business functionalities are limited. When is business Google functionalities going to be back to normal? And what if the ECQ and GCQ continue to get extended?
This is a great question, and one we're taking very, very seriously. The main issue for us right now is really around verifying businesses. And part of this reason is because we rely on partners to deliver the postcard that you will get to verify a Google My Business account. Now, of course, if this partner is not operating to the full capability, for example, a postal service or DHL or whichever service you use for delivery, unfortunately, we're not able to deliver the postcard. And so this is outside of our control, but we also understand that these partners have safety measures in place and we have to respect them. So the reason why those functionalities may be kind of slightly disabled right now is because ECQ is just impacting the way you can get deliveries of postal letters and packages. And Google My Business relies on verifying that you're actually well located at a specific address. And so we need to send you that postcard to make sure that you're actually located there. Therefore, we will be relying on those partners. And as soon as ECQ allows those partners to resume their operations, then Google My Business features will be available widely again. So it's really because we work with those partners and because we have to verify locations through postcards that some functionalities may be slightly disrupted at the moment. But still, there are so many of those functionalities still available. So maybe let go, put on the side the ones that you can access right now, and just use the ones that you can for Google My Business at the moment. And of course, we apologize for the interruption, but some of it is, of course, outside of our control.
All right. Thanks very much, Sam. I think we have time for one more question. There seems to be one in the Q&A here.
Ah, fantastic. Let me check it up.
Let me see.
Ah, okay, I see. From Farah, right? Is that the one you're referring
yes.
to? All right, cool. Hi, Sam. Sorry this isn't relevant for today's webinar. That's okay, Farah, no problem. But rather the last. This is regarding Google My Business, so Google listing, just addressing the need of the majority who want to open shops that are strictly online. For online shops that want to enlist their businesses services business. Therefore, when you tick the box that you are a services business, we will never feature your address because we understand that there's nothing to see if it's your home or your factory.
Sam,
yes.
Sorry, your sound cut off for about 20 seconds back there. Could you go over that last part?
Sure. I'll start again for Farah. So Farah, thank you for the question. It's a really good one. When you sign up to Google My Business, you will have the option to indicate if your store is a brick and mortar store or if it's a services business, so you don't have a physical location. Now, when you tick that box that you're not a physical location, then Google will never feature your address. We will never show your factory address or your home address. But we will still need to verify that you're a legitimate business. And to do that, we need to send you that postcard. So it's still ask for the postcard and wait for it to arrive. But don't worry, if you've ticked off that people wouldn't find anything if they came to your address, then we will not showcase it. We will not show it. And we understand that this could be your factory or your office or your home address. So if you're an online business, please do sign up for Google My Business. But during the sign up flow, make sure you tick off the box that you don't have a brick and mortar store. The second reason why you should do it is because we're now very active in launching new features on Google My Business. And a lot of them are e-commerce or inventory related, right? So allowing you to display the items that you're selling, allowing you to display, your stocks. And therefore, if you're an online business, let's say doing e-commerce, it will be very, very beneficial for you to be able to feature on Google the different products that you're selling. And of course, there's a lot more innovation coming up soon and in the works to help small businesses that are doing online selling to use Google My Business to their full ability. So, please do sign up, tick that box that you are an online business and not a physical store, and then wait for additional features that we're hopefully launching soon to help you sell more online.
All right. Thanks so much, Sam. I think we all learned a lot from that one. It's nice to see that there's ways to learn really quickly and answer all of our questions online.
Yes, thanks, Carlo. We really started with the insights. We understood what small businesses in the Philippines wanted, and we came up with that app to really fit your needs. So please use it, send us feedback. Thank you so much for listening. Please, everybody, take care of yourself, be safe, and hopefully see you soon for another session of Control Biz Reboot.
All right. Thank you, Sam. C'est magnifique.
Thank you, Carlo. See you soon.
All right. And ladies and gentlemen, our next speaker is the city manager for GawinPH, and she's here to introduce us to more options for you. Ladies and gentlemen, Dominic Dizon.
Hi guys, so I'm Dominic Dancel Dizon, City Manager of GawinPH. Let me just share my screen for some commercial.
Huwag ka na magdrama. Gawin mo na. Submit a request, receive quotes, hire professional. GawinPH.
Alright, that was a funny video. Again, good morning and happy morning po sa inyong lahat. We are from GawinPH. And first of all, nagpapasalamat po ako sa kay ASIC Jean Pacheco and sa lahat ng bumubuo ng DTI e-commerce for organizing this initiative and opportunity for us to be an enabling partner. And also to offer our platform sa ating madlang viewers at sa mga Dabar consumers. Once again, I'll go ahead and present my screen. So just a second. Okay, just a second. There you go. So one moment. Introducing GawinPH. Hire the best service providers for your everyday needs. That's right. So nagsimula po kami taong 2015 as the pioneer service marketplace in Southeast Asia. So pag sinabi po ba natin na service marketplace, ano po ba ang ibig sabihin noon? It's an online app or platform kung saan pwede kayong mag-hire ng local skilled services. Actually, we are part of a wider company. It's called Caudim. So sa Cantonese, ang ibig sabihin po niya is to get things done. And in localized sa Philippines, that's why we are called Gawin. We are also available in Singapore, Indonesia, and presence in Malaysia, and sa Philippines, available in Metro Manila, and recently expanded into Cebu City before COVID-19. So how Gawin works? Very easy. If you are a customer, all you have to do is submit a request, and we'll match you with a verified or pre-screened qualified service providers. That's for free. And if you decided, you can definitely hire and pay the vendor directly once the job is completed. Ang customers po natin pwedeng mag-book ng services with standard pricing na or makaka-receive pa sila ng competitive quotations sa other services. Napakadali lang po niyan. Connect with service providers just like you. Let me tell you some stories of our service provider. This one is very interesting kasi if you're gonna look at this guy on your left, the black one wearing a t-shirt, let's call him the aircon guy. He was a full-time staff sa hospital and he tried Gawin as part-time. The only way for that guy to go around sa customers para makapaglinis ng aircon ay gamit ang kanyang bisikleta. And nakaipon siya at nakapundar ng motor at masayang-masaya po siyang ibinalita yan sa amin. Our next story naman po is from this girl, dati pong OFW na umuwi sa Pilipinas, and she learned about Gawin. So sa naitabi niya pong kita, nag-invest siya sa mga equipment na para makapagtayo ng sariling cleaning business. Ang cleaning business po ay boom na boom sa Pilipinas dahil napakadaming condominiums dito sa Metro Manila. Masayang-masaya po ang pamilya niya dahil bukod sa kumikita na siya, kasama niya pa po ang kanyang mahal sa buhay. Our next story po sa mga vendor natin is from architect and engineer. So si architect and engineer po, dati silang empleyado. Matagal din po silang na masukan bilang architect at engineer, and dun po sa experience na natutunan nila, they tried to create their own firm kahit nag-start po sila sa maliit na negosyo. They got customers na gustong magpa-repair, magpagawa, at magpa-renovate ng kanilang bahay through Gawin. And last story po natin is from the right guy na nakikita ninyo is from Tubero or our plumbing vendor. Sila po ay galing sa mahirap na pamilya at nagsumikap para makapagtapos ng TESDA course. Sa sunod-sunod po na bookings nila kay Gawin, dumami po ang kanilang kita. Dati po ay nangungutang lamang sila at ngayon nakabayad na, at hindi lang yon, nakapagpaaral pa sila ng kanilang mga anak. GawinPH po is about transforming micro, small, medium-sized businesses or MSME na tinatawag natin. Tinutulungan po sila ng ating platform, at ang mission po talaga namin is to empower these people like yung mga aircon technicians and cleaners at iba pa through technology to create and develop a platform that would bring the best of their craft out of them and to elevate the quality of their work. So what's in it for you guys kung ano ang makukuha or benepisyo na pag nag-sign up ka kay Gawin? So libreng-libre lang po i-download yung vendor app, yung Gawin Vendor, and once na ma-activate po kayo ay magbibigay pa kami ng puhunan in a form of credits. This credits is gonna be used for accepting or quoting jobs. And you can reach customers online, promote your services. I can elaborate that next later, and then earn more, meaning is meron pang karagdagang incentive bukod doon sa kinikita mo. So kung mas marami kang makukumpletong jobs this month, yon, dagdag kita pa siya. Meron din kaming ino-offer na guarantees, insurance, and robust customer experience process to ensure lang na lahat masaya, hindi lang customer, pati vendor sa Gawin. Ito yung sinasabi natin na promote your services. Share your success anytime or any place. Paano? Meron kaming Gawin Vendor Directory. So, yung mga customers na mag-download ng app or magbisita dun sa website, ay pwede silang mag-click ng services na kinakailangan nila, like aircon cleaning and location or service area. Tapos, ma-filter na siya at ipapakita ka na namin para ikaw agad ang ma-request ng customers. At kung ikaw naman ay service provider, maaari mong ma-share ang inyong vendor profile. So ito yung services mo na ipapakita namin, and pwede mo siyang ipasa sa inyong mga clients. So ang tawag namin dyan is private booking. It's very easy lang kasi you can grow your business opportunities by sharing your profile online. And again, it's 0 credits upon booking. It's free, totally, mag-advertise kay Gawin. And if ever na mag-book ang iyong customers, or again, if ever mag-book ang iyong mga customers, it's covered by the insurance and the guarantees. Okay, so let's go back. So, paano natin multiply yung awesomeness? It's 2 easy ways. So, pwede kang mag-download ng app or visitahin again ang aming website and i-click mo lang yung Become a Vendor. All you have to do is fill out the form, check yung services mo. Pero ano-ano yung mga requirements? So, welcome po tayo sa mga freelancers. Magpasa lang po kayo ng valid government ID, certification, or licenses. Partner po kami ni TESDA. So, hello po sa mga kaibigan namin dyan sa TESDA. And if ever you are registered business, kung meron kang mga business permits, mayor's permit, and DTI, and valid ID, go ahead and sign up with us. As long as mag-comply lang po kayo doon sa mga requirements, makakapasok po kayo kay Gawin. There you go. So it's gonna be your personalized profile, your online page. So dapat mas maganda or mas malaman, mas maganda. And pwede kayong ma-rate or ma-review ng mga customers to get feedback. And of course, ang mga customers po natin, mahilig sila sa mga visuals. So all you can do is upload yung mga before and after pictures ng inyong mga trabaho. How to get hired? 4 little tricks po. Number 1, build a winning profile. Dapat, go-winner. Promote your experience and skills. Provide a great service and ask for reviews. So you have to respond quickly doon sa mga quotation and mag-a-ask kayo ng feedback to improve your services. Third is, make a personal connection. Dapat clear and precise yung introduction nyo kay customer. And last is follow up. Of course, you have to follow up sa ating mga customers. Remember, persistence is key. Meron din tayong dedicated na vendor engagement team na ready tumulong sa inyo for any consultation anytime. So what are you waiting for? Just sign up guys to join today and we're saving your spot. Kung kayo po ay nangangarap na makapagtayo ng business, maliit man o malaki, we are here to help you. So, salamat. And kung meron po kayong mga katanungan, mag-comment lang po kayo or let us know, support@gawin.ph. Email lang niyo po kami. Yep. So that's it on my end. I'll be welcoming or entertaining questions po. Let's see. I hope nag-enjoy po kayo sa presentation ko.
It's quite good. I think you have the best background music so far. All right, so we have a bunch of questions here for you.
Nice.
All right, so first question from Francis Eugenio. How do service providers sign up to GawinPH?
Yes po, 2 ways. So if you want, you can go download the mobile app, Gawin Vendors. And you can also go to the website, www.gawin.ph, and then click Become a Vendor. So, napakadali lang po niya. In just 20 minutes, sign up na po kayo. Basta na kompleto po yung requirements.
That's good to hear. Question from Michael Anthony F. Lopez. Since this is a service provider app, and you mentioned that there would be standard service providing, but also quotation from the service provider, how do we avoid overpricing of services and back job claims?
Let me address yung first question on how would you know ba kung ano yung mga standard pricing na services or ano yung mga by quotation. So for the past 5 years, napag-aralan po namin yung market or competitive pricing and we are offering the lowest price guarantee. Like po yung aircon, cleaning, house cleaning, pest control, sila po yung may mga standard pricing na sa market. And yung iba po na mga services na kinakailangan pa ng quotation, kagaya ng, of course, renovation, hindi naman po natin mabibigay na standard pricing yon, kailangan nyo pa pong i-check o ocular visit ng mga service providers. So, ito po yung mga listahan ng mga standard pricing, aircon cleaning, aircon installation, ito pong house cleaning, disinfection services, at sofa and mattress cleaning. So anything po na makikita, bisitahin niyo po yung Gawin.ph and makikita niyo din po yung mga pricing dyan.
Thank you very much. Question from Pauline Mabesa. Hi, does GawinPH enter into contracts with companies or are all services just booked on demand on the app?
Book on demand po siya. Meron din po kaming contract, pero ito po ay pinaprovide ng service provider doon sa mga malalaking project. Like if you want to build a house, renovate a house, of course, we recommend you po to have a sign ng contract doon kay vendor, service provider. Pero doon po sa mga maliliit na works, like minor works, and kaya naman po siya without any contract, paglilinis ng bahay or aircon, no need for contract po.
All right. Question from Pauline Mabesa. Do you have pest control and bakery equipment repair or troubleshooting services?
Meron po kaming pest control, pero wala po kaming bakery or equipment na repair. Meron po kaming appliances. Mostly ang mga services po namin is under home improvement or kung ano pang kailangan natin sa bahay or household.
All right. So let me check the other gadgets here. Ooh, we have a lot of questions from Facebook. Okay, here's a question from Ezra Nicole. If the place of the freelancer is in, say, Bulacan, can he or she accept work in Metro Manila?
Yes, marami po tayo na taga San Miguel, Bulacan na service provider dahil malapit lang po ang Bulacan dito sa Metro Manila as long as kaya po nila na mag-service. Pero kung kaya lang po nila ay Caloocan o Valenzuela, pwede po nila yung i-configure sa service locations para yun lang yung matatanggap nilang request. Pero kung available ka naman buong Metro Manila, why not? Servicean niyo po lahat.
All right. Question from Cheese's Ice Crema. Okay na po ba yan dito sa Davao area?
Actually po, interesting is last year we plan to expand in Cebu City, Iloilo, and Davao this year. Apparently, COVID-19 hit, so that's why we need to set back. But don't worry guys, we'll be pushing it para mag-expansion available sa lahat.
Question from Dex. Are these vendors sorted by location so that it's easy to choose the right vendor, or are there rating score and feedback scores to help in selection?
Yes, so yes to both kasi you can choose your locations or service areas. Specifically, kung taga-Pasig ka, tas meron kang hindi sinaservice na barangay doon sa Pasig, pwede mo din untick or uncheck yon. And then, sa mga ratings and reviews, ang mga customer na magbubook sa'yo, pwede ka nilang bigyan ng feedback kung 5-star or 4 stars.
All right. Another question from Michael Anthony F. Lopez. How is vetting of the service provider achieved?
That's a good question po. So, we're doing a background check din po sa lahat naman nagsa-sign up, and meron po kaming vendor engagement team na nag-i-interview sa kanila to get them to know them personally. And since ngayon po na cannot really face-to-face na connection, we're doing a also check-up every Monday, Wednesday, Friday kung kamusta na sila or kamusta yung aspirations nila as a vendor para din makilala po namin sila. That's why it's pre-screened na and qualified service provider bago namin ibigay sa mga customers.
Okay, we have a question from Ian. Can I hire a contractor and aircon technician? I have a commercial space that needs internal design or repairs.
Definitely yes po. Pwede kayong mag-book online through Gawin app or go to our website. And tutulungan po namin kayo. Like we have a dedicated office. Meron po kaming office.gawin.ph dedicated dun sa mga commercials or offices.
Okay. Question from Angela Guterres. Ano po yung mga courier na nakatie up po ng GawinPH?
Courier po, wala po kaming courier kasi yun po ay mga freelancers and registered business. So individuals po sila.
All right. Let me see. Does GawinPH have any offers under the Reboot package in partnership with DTI?
Yes, so especially po for today, pag nag-sign up po kayo, magbibigay po si Gawin ng free 600 credits. Ito pong credits ay magagamit ninyo for 1 month as a trial so that you can get a lot of customers and maging puhunan po nyo yon to get more customers in the future. So, after the credits, magbibigay pa din kayo or meron kaming yung pinakita ko kanina na free website na pwede nyong i-share yung vendor profile nyo sa inyong mga kliyente. And pagka nag-book yung mga kliyente nyo under kay Gawin, yun ay makukuha ng cover na yun ng mga guarantees, insurance, and warranties. So yun po. So sana mag-join po kayo today, mag-sign up kayo today.
Thank you very much. Question from Mon de la Torre. Will you require service providers to have BIR registered receipts? It is always a hassle to ask for receipts and they end up nothing or unregistered.
Since po na nag-came up kami with vendor engagement team, so una-una sa mga freelancers po, hindi sila nakakapagbigay ng resibo. That's why we created an e-receipt. Doon naman po sa mga medium-sized businesses na pinipilit po namin, pinupursige sila na magkaroon at kumuha ng BIR, registered receipt, para po maibigay nila sa kanilang customers. So, yung pong mabubuk ninyo, asahan nyo po na meron kayong physical na resibong makukuha. And aside from that, meron din po kami pinapadala na e-receipt sa inyong mga email.
All right. Question from Jennifer Baltazar. Do we need to pay commissions or a booking fee to GawinPH when a client avails of our service?
That's a good question po. So the way how Gawin monetize is by credits. So once po na nag-sign up kayo, we will be giving you that for free. And kung naubos po yon and nakakuha naman kayo ng mga customers kay Gawin, then we'll be able to buy a prepaid credits na tinatawag para po makatanggap. Tuloy-tuloy po ang pagtanggap ng inyong customers or makapag-accept kayo. So, nagmo-monetize din po kami after completion of the jobs kasi yung iba hindi naman din po natutuloy or nagpo-push through. So, making sure lang po na pag natuloy, doon lang po kami kumukuha ng credits or commission. Ang commission po namin ay nag-range from 10% to 30% sa iba't ibang klaseng service types.
All right. We have a bunch of regional questions. People are asking, is GawinPH available in Region 3, in Baguio, in Ilocos?
Yung po, nung nakapartner po namin si TESDA, yan din po ang concern nila kasi marami po tayo na schools na TESDA graduates. So, as much as we would like to be available nationwide, available pa lang po kami sa Metro Manila and sa Cebu City. But hopefully, in the future, maging available po kami sana nationwide. Hi, Asik Jean.
Yeah, we have a question from Asik Jean. The additional credits for rebooters, it's not just for today, right?
Yes, available po siya anytime Mondays to Sunday. But I'd like to also promote kung pwede po kayong mag-sign up today para hindi nyo makalimutan and tumatak sa inyong isip. We are entertaining a lot of onboarding vendors po. So you can sign up if you want or nasabi nyo po ito na-share ninyo sa inyong mga kaibigan and they happen to know us 1 week after, they're still available po to sign up.
All right. So many benefits from this. All right. Are there any large construction companies already signed up? This is from Romel Campiling.
Meron din po kami na mga contractors, medium size pa lang din po sila, pero not that big na level ng DMCI or kung sino man sila na lalaki. More likely mga medium-sized contractors kami.
All right. I think we have time for 1 or 2 questions.
Oh, thanks.
Let me see. Oh, here's a new one. What's the difference between vetted service providers and freelancers? Do both follow rules in terms of standard pricing and completion of work scope?
Yes. So, meron po tayong service level agreement na pinapa-orient sa mga service providers so that parehas po sila ng quality or standard. Kung ikaw man ay freelancer, kung ikaw man ay registered business, kailangan tayong mag-agree sa standards or quality na kailangan nating i-provide sa mga customers. So, it's parehas lang po yan. Basta mag-comply lang po tayo sa service level agreement ng Gawin. Thank you.
All right. Question from Jennifer Chua. I think we have time for one more. Hi, paano ko kapag Sunday lang ang available time ni vendor to service customers?
Meron po tayong gawin in-app chat kung saan pwede po silang mag-usap ni vendor and ni service provider, ni customer. Doon din po sa pagsasubmit ni customer ng request, meron po kaming 2 dates. Yung first date na gusto mo or yung second date just in case lang hindi na pwede si service provider. So pipiliin po yon, mag-uusap po kayo kung anong date yung mapapagkasunduan ninyo. So as long as communication is open between service provider and customers.
All right. So thanks very much. I think we're all learning a lot from here, and it's good to know that there are so many options available with GawinPH.
Thank you so much. Po.
Is there anything else you'd like to say as we wrap up and move to the next speaker?
Again, thank you so much everyone, participants, panelists, kay ASEC Jean for organizing this initiative. At sana din po ay may natutunan yung mga viewers natin under sa sinabi ko, masterclass, sa of course yung business online. Hopefully po, try nyo po si Gawin. Matutulungan po namin kayo.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's GawinPH. Ladies and gentlemen, our next speaker for the next half hour with Q&A is the Business Development Head for Shopinas, Mitch Lim. So Mitch, you're up.
Hi, hello, Carlo. Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, so kamusta po kayong lahat? I hope everyone is safe and healthy at home. I wish everyone is excited to learn more about digital at kung paano magbenta ng mga produkto po online. So let me share the screen. Okay, our topic for today is enabling your business online. Before we start po, magpapakilala po muna ako. I'm Mitch Lim. I handle business development at shopinas.com. Some people may ask, ano po ba ang shopinas.com and anong ginagawa niyo po? Una po, kami ay nabibilang sa Lina Group of Companies na tinatawag din naming 1LGC. We are proud to be a part of a Filipino-owned family of businesses. And to give you an idea, here is a snapshot of all our businesses within the group. Isa po sa mga makikilala nyo agad dyan is Air21 doing the logistics. We also have Ube Express Wonders, P2P buses, and we have BPOs, waste management, a lot of different industries within the group. And of course, us, which is shopinas.com. The interesting part here po is all these businesses follow the mantra of our chairman na para sa bayan. So in line with that, and the digital revolution, we figure out that we make an online platform specifically for Filipino products, and that's how shopinas.com came about. Now, balik po tayo sa kasalukuyan. Unfortunately, the Philippines has been hit by the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, as a precautionary method, we have to react po. And as a reaction, our government had to declare enhanced community quarantine, which sadly closed businesses as well. Because this is also to avoid gathering, minimizing the risk of virus exposure. And sadly, some of the businesses also had a negative reaction to the pandemic. Some businesses sadly closed, some filed for bankruptcy, and others. Nakakalungkot po na may mga negosyo nagsara at kinailangan din mag-adjust. So lahat po tayo nabigla, even us in digital, we're actually shocked because of this pandemic. But the thing is, the pandemic became an opportunity and shifted consumer focus to digital. Then then when it started picking up, everyone became an entrepreneur. Your kapitbahay, people near your area, people within your city. So bigger businesses or even small businesses were confused and thinking dahil sanay na tayo na customers ang lumalapit sa atin. Ngayon, customers natin ang nakakulong sa bahay, so now we need to connect to them and the solution was digital. So as your enabler, I'll talk to you about one of the options that you can actually do during this pandemic. And that's what we do in Shopinas. To introduce, we're an all-Filipino marketplace. We curate Filipino goodness. So we're an online marketplace that work to feature the best of the Philippines. Para sa mga visual learners, here's a short 30-second video to show you what we do. So if you want to go and check us out, go to www.shopinas.com. This is the layout of the whole website if you want to check it out. So we have 100% Filipino products. But what do we offer? What we offer is a storefront, which is a website where your customers can browse your products. Payment gateways, meron po kaming mga different ways kung saan kayo pwedeng magbayad ng customers nyo. And we have logistics. We have the ability to actually deliver your products from your warehouse, your house, to your customer. So these are the different payment options po within the Shopinas platform. We have PayPal for credit cards. We have MasterCard, Visa. We have GawinPH for over-the-counter payments, those who want to pay through 7-Eleven and the likes. And we also have PayMaya as a payment option. So for those wondering, marami na kasi akong ginagawa. Ako rin gumagawa ng produkto ko. Hindi ko na kayang i-handle na magkaroon ng sariling online store. So we actually do fraud monitoring and detection also for the orders. Kami rin po ang nagko-coordinate ng orders nyo, and we also have a customer service to handle your customers' questions and inquiries. So to give you an idea, ito po yung mga different businesses or mga partners namin within Shopinas. Another partner that we are proud to have is Go Local by DTI. It's a good project that we have with them. All the Go Local partners, if you're a Go Local business, you can actually come to us and you're automatically allowed to be part of Shopinas. So marami nagtatanong, ano ba yung mga crucial parts kapag kailangan kong gumawa ng online store ko? One of the things is you have to have a logo, your business needs to have a name, and of course your product list has to be ready. So ganito po yung itsura ng stores nyo kapag nagkaroon kayo ng store within Shopinas. So what are the requirements? How do I go into Shopinas? First is prepare all the necessary information about your store, the product name, description, and price, product photos, business documents, and then the terms of service and use. Service of use will provide you that, and you just have to sign it and review it. So if you look at this, ito po yung itsura ng magiging product nyo kapag in-upload nyo po siya online. And to give you a breakdown of the business documents that you need to share, DTI, BIR registration, sales invoice, mayor's permit, and the terms of service and use. Pero pinaka-importante po dito is we can actually provide a receipt to our customers. So how do I create my account? So I have all the documents necessary. Now, how do I create my account? First is you have to go and click the blue button at the upper right corner of the shopinas.com page and just have to fill out all the necessary details like email, your username, and the password and your password. So first we'll require your shop details. Like this example po, ano po ba yung name ng business nyo, ano yung gusto nyo na web address na gamitin, and then yung product description is simply ano po yung about us nung store nyo. Yung po yung description na hinihingi dito, and of course your logo. Next is, nagawa na po natin, naibigay nyo na po yung information about your business. Next is we will need your contact details. Kumbaga, kung sino po yung kakausapin namin sa inyong negosyo kapag nagkaroon na po kayo ng transaction. Ang hingi po namin yung contact person, ano yung number niya para makontak namin, at kung saan po ang pick up ng items nyo. Next is, of course, okay na, meron na akong contact, ano na ang produkto na ibebenta ko. So dito po, pwede nyo po i-upload yung products nyo, basic information, ano yung pangalan ng products, ang category po siya na bebelong, anong description ng produkto. Dito po, we encourage our merchants to be as descriptive as possible dahil po dito sa online, of course, we can't touch the product. So as much as possible, yung mga words po ang binabasa nila to connect and understand about your product. Next is yung product photos nyo po. Of course, we recommend na high resolution para makita rin po nila na maganda yung produkto nyo. And then yung product variants po, kagaya ng gaano po kabigat yung item, kung gaano po kalaki yung item, para po pag dineliver siya, you don't have to worry on giving us those details. We have those details already on our database. And of course, don't forget to tick the box to make the product available. So ganito po siya, when you've successfully added the product, it will be added to product. Nakalagay din kung activated yung product, so you can figure out, okay, activated yung product ko kaya hindi siya makita sa website. Or deactivated siya kaya hindi siya makita. And then ito po yung dashboard ng bawat merchant sa Shopinas. Andito po yung orders, andito po yung produkto, at nandito po yung shop in case meron pa kayong kailangan i-edit about your shop information. And then another service that we actually offer aside from Shopinas is the enterprise solution. So let's say you actually have a business that you want to be digitalized or have your own website. This is the enterprise solution. You can use your own web design and domain, develop integration and maintenance is what we do. We customize the solution specifically for the business kasi iba-iba po tayo ng business model, and then meron din pong technical support along with it. So an example po of our enterprise solution, what we're doing right now is called Probinsya Mart. Interestingly, we're also handling fresh produce now. So from harvest to home, we deliver vegetables to different communities in the metro. So this is what we do. Isa po sa mga nire-recommend namin ngayon is to really enable all your businesses to be online. Mapa-Facebook man yan, mapa-Viber man yan. Create a photo for your product so it's easier for customers to actually see your products. And that's it. You can actually like and follow us on our social media accounts. We have Facebook with Shopinas, and all our handles are under the Shopinas name. And one of the things that we can actually share is don't follow and lead the way to digital, because when we go and talk to our merchants, sometimes what paralyzes them is the fear of going into digital. And everyone has been caught off guard because of the pandemic. Lahat po tayo kinabahan. Ano na mangyayari sa negosyo ko? Anong pwede kong gawin to make my business more profitable even during the pandemic? And isa po doon ay hindi tayo lahat naging ready to go into digital. So right now, what we can say is don't follow, but lead the way to digital. So that's it for.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks, Mitch. I suppose we're ready for Q&A. All right. So let me see. We have a bunch of questions coming in on both Zoom and Facebook. Let's start with this one from Alfred Tan. Does Shopinas do cross-border export?
Interesting. That's a really good question, Carlo. Thank you. Right now we're working on it, but right now due to the pandemic, that's really hard to do right now. But that's something in our pipeline that we're planning to do.
All right. Question from Danica Marion P. Gorospe. Is Shopinas nationwide?
Danica, yes, we are operational nationwide. Right now, it's real. The difference is during the pandemic, we're not exactly nationwide in terms of deliveries. We're having, I think everyone in the e-commerce space are having a hard time in terms of logistics right now.
Whoa. All right. I'm seeing a bunch of questions coming in. Let's see. Question from Janice Tantoco. Do I have to manufacture my own products or hold exclusive distributorship to sell on Shopinas?
Well, not exactly, but if you can provide the products and then the documents and all the requirements, you can actually sell on Shopinas. But we highly encourage those who actually manufacture or create their products to sign up in Shopinas.
Question from Ramel Larobis. Do you cater frozen food products?
Okay, interestingly, that's something that we are exploring. I hope you can actually get in touch with us. That's something that we're not doing right now, but that's something we are actually interested to explore also.
Question from Sherwin Sowe. What commission does Shopinas take from the sale?
Okay, we're very transparent about this. Let's say you have a 100 peso item, we get 6% from the total transaction. So what you get is the 94 pesos from your 100 peso transaction.
All right. Let me see. From Ian. Can we also sell imported products or just Pinoy products?
Yes, we are exclusive to local Filipino-made products.
All right, buying Pinoy, I suppose. Question from Michael Anthony F. Lopez. For food products, what's your threshold for shelf life or expiry period? How do you ensure that food or consumable products are delivered in the best condition?
Okay, great question. We do this with our merchants. As you know, we filter and have compliance with our merchants. So we have to talk to them that the products they have to offer should at least have 2 to 3 months before expiration. So we can't handle products below 1 month or 2 months.
All right. We have a question about the interface from Clayton Lloyd B. Young. Hi, Mitch. In the process of setting up our account with Shopinas, do we have an option to save everything as draft until we're ready to publish?
Perfect. Yes, you actually have the capabilities to draft your shop, your products, and all of that is accessible through the dashboard.
All right. Question from Cheryl Osares. Do we need to pay to join Shopinas? Is there a service fee?
No, so please come join us already. It's a free platform.
Whoa. All right. So talk about bayanihan. All right. Question from Raniela Robles. We already have a website where we can sell our product, but can we still sign up for Shopinas?
Okay, as part of the panel of all our enablers today, we highly, I actually recommend that you increase your channels in terms of visibility for your customers. So even if you have a website, I highly suggest that you actually join up other channels or other marketplaces as well, because you have to remember all these different marketplaces have different customers as well. So if you can capture more customers, the better for your business.
All right. Question from Ezra Nicole. Cost-wise, how competitive is Shopinas' service compared to the other known services?
How to answer that is we're actually very competitive compared to others. And I don't want to expand on that. Medyo controversial na yata yun.
All right. Must be pretty competitive though, since you're free.
Yes.
Question from Jennifer Chua. Paano po yung shipping? Do we need to ship our products to your warehouse?
Okay. With Shopinas, we don't warehouse products. So wherever your item is, we will have it picked up, then have it delivered to your customer. So you don't have to worry of sending us the products. So one of our concern why we do that, just to share, is because there are times where we started dealing with MSMEs. So MSMEs are mostly getting biglaang bulk orders. So mahirap para sa kanila kapag nasa warehouse yung mga produkto nila. So it's hard to pull out and cater to certain orders. So right now, for the benefit of them, they have the full power in terms of their inventory.
All right. Question from Emiliana Crisostomo. Who shoulders cost of delivery?
Okay. It's the customers who actually pay for the shipping. It is within the merchant's choice or option. If they want to take care or handle the shipping for the customers, they can actually do that. But right now, it's actually the customers who's paying for the shipping.
All right. Question from Gemcel Nagrama. Will Shopinas be accessible to local producer processors who are located like in farms, far provinces, who want to put their products in the digital world? The current problem is more of the logistics side. How do we transport the product?
Oh, actually, I thought more of the problem is the internet service. So in terms of logistics, as we are part of the Air 21 group, we're confident to actually have your business. And we hope to have more businesses from the provinces to highlight their produce and their products. Para more options for us na mga customers as well.
All right. Question from Sherwin Sowie. Do you also run campaigns on your platform the way Lazada and Shopee do? Do you actively promote your site through paid media?
Oh, yes, we do, but this is specifically for specific events. But we also do partnerships with our merchants. So if they want to run a specific campaign for their store, we will be more than happy to assist them.
Good to hear. Question from Clotilde Marie Domingo. Regarding the free signups, until when is it free? Let's say we sign up today.
Well, it's free forever, but we highly suggest for you to sign up today.
Cool. Another question from Ramel Larobes. Can we also deliver vegetables and other fresh produce just like in Provincia Mart?
Well, for Shopinas right now, we don't. But you may want to consider Provincia Mart. We can connect you if you want.
Ooh. All right. Question from Miavilo Ilioak. Does Shopinas keep the products in stock?
Same answer to regarding the warehouse concern. We don't stock the products. We allow our merchants to stock or have the inventory within their office or their home.
All right. Question from AH Bon. Will you accommodate dried fish products?
Yes. were actually very interested to have dried fish products on the site. So Bon, do sell your dried fish products with us.
Okay, this is making me hungry.
Perfect for breakfast.
Yep. Question from Leia Ambagan. Is there any payment that we have cost to advertise or use your platform? How much is the percentages? How do we sign up?
For signing up, it's free. If you want to run ads, we can discuss about it. Aside from the commission that we charge from payments, we're really free aside from the commission.
All right. Question from Mr. Lopez again. This is a question about IP. How will Shopinas police the selling of hijacked branded products, fake products, adulterated stuff? How does Shopinas safeguard the original brand makers and customers against receiving stuff like that?
Yes, we're very focused on our customers in this specific concern. That is why before a merchant can actually sign in to Shopinas, we have to check everything about the business. So that is why we ask for business requirements and all those documents. And before they can actually live their products, they have to go through us. So we have to approve the products or the store before they can actually sell their products.
All right. I think we have time for one or two more questions. Let me see. Since you don't warehouse the merchant's items, how do you keep track of their inventories to make sure that everything posted online is available?
Yes. The way to do that is why we have our merchant dashboard on the website. They have access to their dashboard where they can actually update their inventory, their prices, and everything about their shop. There are specific times that internet is a problem. So what we do is they can contact us in business development or in sales, and then we can actually update their inventory for them. Hello, Carlo? Okay, you're good.
Hi, I'm back. Sorry, I knocked out my internet for a bit. Let me see. We have time for one last question. Let's see. Demographic-wise, asks Alex Carpio, do you have customers outside the Philippines, and how do the logistics work?
Wow. Interestingly, we actually have a lot of inquiries from outside the Philippines to deliver. So there are two different scenarios. The first scenario is, of course, those outside the Philippines with families here in the country would like to deliver specific products to their family. So that's what they do. So, okay, order ako online, pwede nyo po ba i-deliver dun sa family ko dito sa Philippines? So the second scenario is those customers who actually ask, do you deliver outside the Philippines? Or do you do export? So right now, how we do it, since again, hindi pa kami talaga fully nag-export outside the country, is ang ginagawa ng mga customers is bibili sila from the website, have it delivered to their family, and then their family has it shipped abroad. Or sinasama sa pagpunta nila abroad. Kaya madalas sa Shopinas, we have to check with the customers dahil madalas sa kanila ay palabas abroad. So may mga hinahabol din kaming flights.
All right. it's almost time for the next presentation. So thank you very much. It's nice to know that Shopinas offers so many options and for free.
Thank you, Carlo. Thank you also for asking Jean for having us here in Control Plus Biz Reboot.
All right. So thanks very much. And it's time to move on to our next speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, the next person is a friend of Thames International. She is the founder of Academy of Entrepreneurs in Australia. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Paula Mills.
¿Cómo está, everybody? Good to meet everybody. I'm so honored to be here with you. Can everybody hear me? Carla, can you hear me?
Hearing you loud and clear, Paula.
Oh, perfect. I'm so excited to see you guys all here, and we're together are going to develop more and more entrepreneurial skills from Australia over there in the Philippines. A little bit about myself. I am Zooming in from Australia, but my heart is 100% Filipino. So I was actually living there in the Philippines, and then this started, and I was here on a business trip in Australia, where I was coming originally from, and then I got stuck. So I am stuck in Australia for a few more weeks, but as soon as I'm allowed to go back to the Philippines, I will be together, hopefully, with all of you guys, and we can do this event face to face and together change the world with our entrepreneurial skills. So Carlos, I built a little presentation as per Joelle's request. Would you like me to share the screen?
Yeah, the more visuals, the better.
Oh, perfect. Cool. Awesome. So I'll share the screen. And if you guys want, if you have any questions, I love presenting, talking. So please, you can ask as many questions as you want throughout the presentation. I'll keep an eye here on the chat box so we can all progress together. So let me just go share screen. Okay. And please teach me a few words in Tagalog along the way, because I speak Spanish as well. So Tagalog is my next mission to learn. So, okay, can we see my screen? Carla,
Coming in very clearly.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. Awesome. So first of all, welcome. And I'd like to thank Joelle, Thames, and the DTI for inviting us to present. We've got something really exciting to share with you guys that we've been working on for a long time. And I'm so excited to bring this over to the Philippines. So today I wanted to share with us, just first I wanted to talk to you guys, and please collaborate, ask questions, we can all be together in it. Why is entrepreneurship a survival skill? Literally, we've seen everybody has always thought that a 9-to-5 job was the best way for us to have stability. And we've seen that us as entrepreneurs or looking at becoming entrepreneurs, the survival skills that we have, it's what's making us survive throughout all this stage. Then I also wanted to talk to you, because I know we've got a lot of parents in the room. What do your kids want to learn, and how do they want to learn, and how can we support the development so they can succeed during COVID and even more afterwards? Then the importance of e-commerce. I saw that we were just watching one of the very cool platforms that we have over there in the Philippines, and e-commerce. We're going to be talking about why e-commerce is so powerful and why we should all be investing into developing our business models into an e-commerce format, and also a little surprise that we're launching today. So you guys are the first to hear about it. So what is our why? Disruption is happening absolutely everywhere. If we look at the biggest accommodation business in the world owns no houses. The biggest car company in the world owns no cars. Bitcoin, we don't even know where the head office is of the fastest growing cryptocurrency in the world. So disruption is happening everywhere. But we've always looked at disruption as something that's happening there and that's not affecting us. But if we realize here in Australia, we use Grab, and you guys in the Philippines, we use Uber, and in the Philippines, we use Grab on a daily basis. And we don't even realize that we don't stop in the streets and ask for a taxi. It's just so easy, the behavior of traveling around the world and from one airport to another, booking an Airbnb. So disruption is not that it's happening in the future, it's already here, and it's been happening for many years. And many of us have been so used to our everyday operation that we forgot to disrupt ourselves and put ourselves ahead of the competitors. And if we look at what's happening in the world, it's estimated by this year, 50% of the workforce are going to be business owners and freelancers. And this statistics was announced about 5 years ago. And look at what's happening now. It's almost like Forbes had a crystal ball to know this. Like we're all only surviving if we have the entrepreneurial skills. And we've seen a lot of people losing the jobs and becoming freelancers and contractors, which is some sort of entrepreneurship. So our question at Academy of Entrepreneurs was, if entrepreneurship is the future of the world, if it's a survival skill, how come 96% of startups fail? Like, how are we going to be 50% of the workforce business owners if 96% of us could potentially fail? And what is it that makes successful? What is the difference between an entrepreneur of success and everybody else? How come 1% of the world controls 99% of the economy? So we had these questions and we wanted to solve this global problem and find a solution for it. So we interviewed 1,000 entrepreneurs from 51 nationalities to understand, what do entrepreneurs of success have in common? And we realized that for you, your kids, our colleagues, our community succeed as entrepreneurs, we only need one thing to begin with, and that is emotional intelligence. And this is something that unfortunately most of us have not been taught through our academic studies in universities and high schools. Emotional intelligence is vital for our success as an entrepreneur, whether we're going into e-commerce, a traditional business, a family business. Emotional intelligence makes you be connected with yourself, develop further every day your strengths, acknowledge your weakness, and partner with other things, and have the emotional stability to connect with ourselves, to communicate, to drive change, to lead the world. So our mission at Academy of Entrepreneurs is to give every single student the entrepreneurial skills and network. I'm sure that everybody in this call is incredibly talented. We are all born with a talent. But how many of us have the entrepreneurial skills to know what is finance management? What is disruption in new technology? What are systems out there? How can we automate? How do we market? How do we pitch to investors? So none of us have been taught the entrepreneurial skills. And along with the entrepreneurial skills that are vital for us to survive as an entrepreneur is the network. We need to use our emotional intelligence to understand, how do we build a network? How do we connect with people? Because as you know, networking is everything. Networking will help you develop new connections that will refer you customers. It will help you build stronger teams, because by networking, you've got access to more talent. It will help you to negotiate. It will help you find out who is doing the best, the latest trends, and how can you partner with them. Networking is vital for an entrepreneur and startup success. And our motto is Boss Your Future. We believe that everybody in the world has the chance of succeeding as an entrepreneur. The internet has given in the palm of our hands the possibility of all of us to run our businesses. Right now, I have a business in the Philippines and I'm running it here from Australia. And I also have businesses in Colombia, in the US. We operate with 51 nationalities around the world, and I can do everything literally with my iPhone and my iPad. Right now, I'm speaking to you guys and I'm hotspotting my phone to this computer. You don't even need to have like a paid internet connection. Your phone literally lets anyone around the world become an entrepreneur. So entrepreneurial or survival skills. As we've seen, everybody that has the survival skills was able to be creative, adapt, pivot their business, their careers to be able to survive. Anyone that's decided in the last 4 weeks to not change will die, because your business will not survive if you're working for someone or for yourself if you don't have entrepreneurial skills. And then comes the question, your kids, Gen Z, what do they want? Because education needs to change. As we've seen, e-commerce, retail has changed dramatically in the last 10 years. In the last 2 years, we've seen huge shifts. And we have forgotten to take time to understand, what do the kids want? How do they want to learn? What impact do they want to have? And how can we educate them into the leaders they were born to be? And these are some statistics. So this I pulled out of Google from this morning. And I Googled, Gen Z want to. They want to become influencers. They want to be famous and leave the mark in the world in a positive way. They want to become entrepreneurs and they want to change the world. Literally, if you type in probably right now from the Philippines, Gen Z want to be, this is what they want to be. And who has built education to support them? Yes, they want to be an engineer. Yes, they want to be a photographer, but they want to be an influencer in the space. They want to be famous. They want to succeed. They want to have the business. And this is why Academy of Entrepreneurs has partnered with Thames that has the same vision, mission, and values to drive this change for your kids to be successful entrepreneurs like yourselves. So the Gen Z is the most entrepreneurial generation we've ever seen, where it surveyed, according to grade 5 to 12, stated that 24% of them have already started running the business, which is incredible. According to UTS, which is a very respected international university ranked around the whole world, Gen Z are good multitaskers. They they need consistent feedback. So they want to progress a little bit every day, but by getting feedback and mentorship. They want goals, they want to be rewarded, and they want to be challenged. They're one of the greatest generations that's ever come into the world, and they want to be social entrepreneurs. They also acknowledge, let me just go to the next slide. They acknowledge, so 59% of Gen Z acknowledge that their job will not exist in 20 years. And they want to learn, they believe in lifelong learning. Unlike the grandparents that have come into an industry and worked the whole life in the same company or ran the same business in the same industry, they are aware that there's continuous change happening ongoingly throughout their career. And what is the most amazing thing about Gen Z is they want to be social entrepreneurs. They're motivated by social issues that make a difference. And 45% of them want to work somewhere that has meaning and purpose above getting paid. So they're more worried about the social impact that they're going to get than their income, unlike previous generations that came before the millennials. And we need to be able to build their skills, the network for them to succeed in doing what they love. Because just like you are very aware that you have succeeded in the things you like doing the most, we need to be able to educate Gen Z to do the same from an earlier stage than most of us have done throughout our careers. So this is an example of a Gen Z. She's a dear friend of the Academy of Entrepreneurs community. She is Australia's youngest CEO. She started her business at the age of 11. And now she is one of the most famous, most impactful, and has one of the most profitable businesses in Australia. What she's done is she's built a social enterprise that collects the leftover coffee from the coffee machines, because Australia's got a huge coffee industry, and she puts them into soaps and creams. So it becomes exfoliates, and she sells them around the world, and 100% of her profit goes towards helping women around the world in disadvantaged conditions. A 16-year-old, and this is a very interesting article about how her mom is asking for a paycheck. A 16-year-old has hired her mom while she's doing social impact. She's creating jobs for people and building products that are socially responsible, not only in the way the product is designed and delivered, but also in having its profit being distributed around the world. So if a 16-year-old can do that without the entrepreneurial training, imagine how far Ellie would have gone if she had been taught the entrepreneurial skills and network to succeed. So why should we all go into e-commerce? And I love that the presentation before me was around e-commerce. E-commerce is a solution to all of us. Global e-commerce sales has nearly reached $3.4 trillion. And this was last year. Imagine how much it's gone up currently. And it's at 3.46 compared to 2.9 trillion from last year. In 1 year, look at the incremental growth. And we can only imagine what's happening right now during COVID. And almost 4.5 billion people around the world are buying things online right now. Like, that is crazy. So for you to have a business that can't be found online and is not trading online, you are crazy. There's no ways that you should, after this conversation today, not look at a way that you can pivot your business, because e-commerce is the biggest and fastest solution for you to become a successful entrepreneur. So we have built programs to turn students in high schools and universities into social entrepreneurs that build businesses on e-commerce platforms. So what do we do only that we have at Academy of Entrepreneurs? With how do we supercharge? How do we empower? How do we develop our students? We don't have students. From the moment the student enrolls in our program, we call them a legend, because they are going to drive amazing impact in the world running the businesses online. We have no classes taught by teachers. 100% of our classes are taught by entrepreneurs that are trained to be teachers. So they have a lot of work experience. They've traveled the world, they've run businesses around the world, and they can teach from the experience, not from an academic textbook. And we don't have academic book. We teach through everything through workshop. So we give challenges where the students implement those ideas into their businesses, and then we back it up with some theory and structure and strategies. So I'll be sharing with you guys afterwards. So this video, this is a video of a project that we've done with the Australian government, where the Australian government has hired our students to implement changes that they weren't able to find solutions. So this is a very cool project that we've done at Academy of Entrepreneurs. So all of our programs are built together with 16,000 entrepreneurs, along with some leading businesses that are innovating, that bring challenges, offer the solutions for our students to embed into the business, such as the Australian government and Austrade, Wix, the biggest, second biggest website platform in the world after WordPress, Huawei, Marriott, United Nations, Xero, the biggest artificial intelligence fintech app in the world. These are all some of the biggest companies in the world that are disrupting and bringing the technology for our students to disrupt their businesses and succeed every single day. So we've got several global impact programs we delivered and developed together with very famous, impactful entrepreneurs around the world. So we now have all of these products available to be delivered in the Philippines, such as our online certificates, the boot camps, the startup tours, the social impact. We've got teacher training, accelerated. We've got programs for corporates, startup internships. And today we are going to be talking about the how to start a startup program that we've developed together with Thames. So what we have done is myself, our team here in Australia, and Joel and his team over at Thames International over in Manila, we have developed a program to turn every single student into an entrepreneur that is e-commerce ready and prepared for now and for the future. So 100% of our program, so we've tested our programs here in Australia in the last few weeks, and 100% of the students that had a business and have gone through the program have succeeded during COVID. Some of our students have even had to grow the business, hire extra services and staff because they grew so fast. So while a lot of people are looking at COVID and saying, oh, life is so hard, I'm struggling, or I'm bored, I can't run my business, I can't go to university, you can't use COVID as an excuse. You should actually use COVID as an opportunity for you to disrupt and do what you love and turn that idea, that passion of yours into a project. Because yes, gyms have closed, personal trainers are starting classes online. Hairdressers, many have closed, but many others have done virtual videos teaching you how to do it yourself. So let's be creative and use the digital platform, the digital world to connect ourselves. And then we no longer have to trade from Makati to Makati. We can train from Makati to the whole world. We can be based anywhere in the Philippines and now offer services and products to the rest of the world. So we have built into our program steps. So we've built together with 16,000 entrepreneurs steps for students to learn how to start the first e-commerce without spending a single cent when it comes to building the business. So building a business used to be very expensive. From rent to business structure, paperwork, we have built a program that teaches your kids, your community, your friends how to start a business on an e-commerce platform without spending a single cent upfront. Many of the softwares have freemiums, and we've picked the best freemium software so you can start testing it out without spending a single cent, because it is possible and quicker than ever for you to start a business. 100% of our program is delivered online, so no one needs to leave the home. All you need is an internet connection. But we've also built the software into a technology that once you download it into your phone, it works 100% offline as well. So you can use it on your computer online, or you can download it into an app, and you can self-teach yourself how to become an entrepreneur step by step, making you tech ready, e-commerce ready by using our app that works also 100% offline. So what we would like to share with you guys, and you guys are literally the first to see it today, is our Diploma of International Entrepreneurship. So what we have done is we have turned a $12,000 product that we teach here in Australia and around the whole world into a product that is going to be delivered a 90% scholarship for every student in the Philippines. The reason why I did this is because my heart is Filipino, and I've been to the Philippines so many times. And a few months later, when I decided to move to the Philippines, I was a judge in a lot of startup competition. And I have been bombarded with hundreds of students coming to me saying, Ma'am Paula, help me. I want to be an entrepreneur. that business that I pitched, that MVP, the prototype that I had is stuck. I'm stuck at home. My university has stopped teaching me, and I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to have an impact. I want to create jobs. I want to be busy, and I have nothing to do with my time. Can you please help us by giving us the curriculum of Academy of Entrepreneurs? This is when I contacted Joel, the founder of Thames, and I said, I need your help, and we need to do this together. We need to together blend our program to contextualize to the Filipino market. Then we contextualize the program to have a focus on e-commerce. And today we are launching our program and a 90% scholarship, no condition. Everybody gets 90% scholarship. We are donating this from Academy of Entrepreneurs and Thames to every single student in the Philippines, regardless of what their age is, where they are located, if they have a business idea or not. You don't have to have a business idea to come into this course. We will teach you how to MVP, how to develop the Lean Canvas business model for you to see what are the problems out there in the world, what are your passions, what are your strengths, and how can you turn that into a business. Now, what we've also done is we've built the program together with Thames to map it so that as you study the 10-month Diploma of International Entrepreneurship, you will be getting 1 year of credit into the bachelor degrees at Thames. So your kids or yourself, if you're interested, you will save time and money because now you will have access to our global curriculum on entrepreneurship from your computer at any time from the Philippines at a 90% scholarship, getting credit into university. And most importantly, you're going to be succeeding as an entrepreneur. And if you're giving this as a gift to your kids that are stuck at home, bored, not using anything, probably using the time on YouTube and Netflix, now they can be learning and developing their strengths and passion into a successful, sustainable, and profitable business. So a little bit about the curriculum. First step is obviously emotional intelligence, because it's about us understanding what are our strengths, what is our life purpose, and how can we turn that into a business that solves problems. Then digital marketing, because as we know, digital is the fastest way for us to grow, especially now where all of us are buying and shopping everything online because we can't leave our homes. Finance for startups, we were going to be looking everything of what's profit, cash flow, balance sheet, all the way to fintech. And what are the future trends of finance, and how can you embed those systems and technology into your business to automate the process? Teams and culture, we know that building a team is the hardest part, and managing teams is the hardest part of a business. So how do you hire your first freelancer? How do you say your mission, vision, and value and build your culture to attract and retain talent so we can grow together? What are the latest systems and technologies, from virtual reality, mixed reality, augmented reality, cryptocurrency, and how can you be aware of all of that and get the best of all of the disruptors out in the world and put that technology into your business, again, to automate? Because Filipinos are one of the most loved communities in the world. You guys have no idea the power that you have. You're more creative, you have better social skills, you speak English, you're so talented and loved by the world. It's now time for us to use technology to disrupt all of your ideas and win the world. And we will help you guys do that. Winning pitch, how do you pitch? And this is another thing. Filipinos are great communicators, but they have
Sorry,
this.
Paula.
Hello, Joel. How are you? Good to see you. Nice to see you.
I know there's a lot of.
Australia.
We're running out of. Hi there. There's.
I need 2 more minutes.
Questions. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
Okay.
2 more minutes and I'm done. And then teaching students how to communicate, how to negotiate, how to pitch, how to have the right business model, and how to use design thinking to develop new systems, technologies, and progress throughout the business. So about the program, it is 10 months. It is only $120 a month. It contains 8 subjects mapped to Australian standards that are going to get credits over at Thames. It's 100% online. There's webinars being showcased every couple of weeks. You get a certificate of attainment by completing, and your pathway into Thames once you successfully complete. Now, I've got a little gift for you guys. This is one of my favorite ebooks that we've ever delivered, and I'm giving that as a gift for you guys. So just send us an email to info, and we'll send you a copy of our emotional intelligence ebook as a first step for you or your kids to become entrepreneurs. And by joining our community, you're joining students from 51 nationalities around the world. So over to you, Joel. What are the questions that we have?
Okay. Hello, everybody. I'm Joel Santos from Thames International Business School. Do you mind showing the slide before that where you, okay. The first question is there a payment, first about the scholarship. So just to clarify, the original price of this one is $12,000 US. So with the scholarship, it's now only $1,200, which is about 55,000 pesos. And you can now just pay for this thing for about 6,000 pesos per month. So it's an installment for the next 10 months. So aside from the scholarship, this is a monthly installment. So 10 gives. Ang bayad po dyan, 10 gives. So no one-time payment. It is a monthly payment because really, as Paula mentioned, this is our contribution is giving everybody an international diploma from Australia, where it is focused on making you an e-commerce entrepreneur, right? We've been talking about e-commerce as the future, but then you don't learn it overnight. So for our participants now, majority of your parents, mga magulang po tayo, pwede mo po natin itong iregalo sa ating mga anak. Diba? Ano lang ho siya, 6,000 pesos a month for the next 10 months. Mas lalo na po kung meron tayong mga kaibigan na OFW, diba? Habang naghihirap po yung ating mga kamag-anak sa abroad, yung anak nila, ang dapat pong gawin, maging entrepreneur na para makatulong sa parents nila. At tapos ngayon, ang alam natin, talagang e-commerce talaga ngayon na opportunity. So, kung may kaibigan po kayo na OFW, ito po sana ang maging regalo na sa anak nila. Tulungan lang anak nila maging entrepreneur at hindi lang basta entrepreneur, e-commerce entrepreneur. Kasi yan po ang success. Yan po ang sigurado magiging successful given everything that's happening in the world. Okay. So, meron pong question. The question here is, we already answered Ezra Nicole's question on the payment plan. That's what I just said. There's also a question here, Paula. How can they communicate with you personally?
You can send an email to info@AEstudy, and then
okay.
automatically send it to me. And I promise I'll reply within 24 hours.
So yan po. So magpadala po kayo. Tapos hindi lang po yan. Meron pong libreng ebook si Paula para sa atin. Tapos merong nagsabi, Paula, is another question, can you be an entrepreneur just by using your phone? Galing na niya si Ezra. Diba? Can you run your business by just your phone and become an entrepreneur with just your phone?
100%. And I will tell you, there's people in the Philippines doing. I was volunteering with Grameen, the biggest microfinancing in the world, and they've got a small office in the Philippines. And we were working with women that were so poor, we had to lend them $100 through microfinancing. In 6 months, they would pay it back at 1% interest rate. And we had grandmothers doing drop shipping with their phone through Facebook. So they would take a photo, a screenshot, share it on Facebook groups, sell the product, and then order and have it delivered. So if a grandmother that is living in very, very, very hard conditions, starting a business with $100 over 6 months can do drop shipping, imagine what you and your kids can do, because just the fact that you've got access to your computer and internet, you're 10 steps ahead. So imagine what you can do. I run my whole business through my phone, everything. Google Drive, everything interconnected, Zoom meetings, right? Joel, you do the same. We travel the world on our phones, right?
That's right. That's why may kalyo na po ako sa aking mga kamay saka sa mga fingers gamit na phone. I said I have calluses on my fingers just because.
Me too.
Paula, there's a really good question here. What if you're a military veteran, you're a retiree? This is from Clos Marie Domingo. Can you still enroll? I'm just going to answer this and you can answer it. The answer there is that even though this gives college credits in terms, anybody can enroll. So as I said, kung kayo po ay OFW, pwedeng sa anak nyo, pero pwede rin po to para sa inyo, di ba? Kasi matagal na po kayo naghihirap being OFW abroad, kung maturuan po namin kayo maging e-commerce entrepreneur, di pwede na kayo umuwi. Tapos may negosyo pa kayo na international. So, Paula, can you just please describe that this course is for any age group, right?
Everybody is born an entrepreneur. We were all born creators. We're all born with the talent, and all of us at any age have the potential of becoming an entrepreneur. I was actually doing a research. The most successful age of entrepreneurs globally is actually 48 years of age. So we see all of these startups starting by teenagers. Anyone can be an entrepreneur. Ellie, that I've just shown that won an award for being the youngest hero of Australia, she started her business at the age of 11. You can start a business at any age if you're doing what you love and you have the right financial strategy and structure, right revenue, business model, marketing. There's no right age for you to become an entrepreneur. We're all born entrepreneurs with the opportunity of studying at Academy of Entrepreneurs together with Thames. Definitely.
Thank you po. Narinig niyo po si Paula na ang average entrepreneur na nagsisimula 48 years old. So kahit mas matanda po sa 48, okay lang po yun. Ang ginagawa lang po namin is trying to get the kids to start early as an entrepreneur. Kaya ho ino-offer namin itong scholarship na to. We just want them to start early. But pwede po yan. Pwede po yan talaga kahit na anong age. There's another question. Paula, when are we starting the class?
It starts, you can enroll today. It's self-paced, and then we have webinars happening every 2 weeks. So anyone can enroll, and we can send you the link. Joel, do you have everybody's email address and we can send a newsletter today?
Yeah, so email nyo na lang po doon sa, can you put the info at, can you flash it again? So, pwede na po kayo magsimula. Yan po ang maganda sa online learning. You can start any time. Paula, can you flash the email address
the info
again?
Yes, at the bottom of the screen.
So,
info at
so you can start to any time. It's self-paced. Yan ang kinaganda niyan, di ba? So kaya anytime pwede na kayo kagad maging entrepreneur. So email niyo po doon sa info at AE-study kung interesado po kayo. At lalabas po itong detalye na to sa webpage ng Thames by Monday. Napaaga lang po to, kaya so meron pong tanong, are we offering master's courses? Meron pong mga master's courses po ang Thames tsaka ang Academy of Entrepreneurs. Pakikita rin niyo po sa Facebook yan ng Thames. So kung we have to end, it's already 12. So Paula, thank you for speaking. Do you have any last comments?
No, I look forward to helping. Contact us, tell us your needs, tell us your questions, and we look forward to turning everybody into an entrepreneur. We've got a wide network of mentors and incredible courses to empower you. So I look forward to hearing from everybody. So this is the email, info@AE-study.
Okay, so isa na lang ang sagot kasi may mga dumadami po yung mga questions na lang. Hanggang kailan po yung discounted tuition? Yung discounted tuition po hanggang hanggang July lang po, tapos noon wala na pong scholarship. So please enroll before July. The scholarship will be open until July, so you have to enroll. Total monthly payments na lang naman po siya. After July po, tapos na po yung scholarship. So as we said, this is for everybody, whatever age. Kung gusto nyo isama to sa college degree nyo, pwede rin po isingit. But it's for everybody, and it's really our way to help everybody become an e-commerce entrepreneur. So in support of the DTI's objective to create more e-commerce entrepreneurs. So marami pong salamat. Tanghalian na po. Alam natin, ang Filipino, they have to eat lunch on time. If not, they go nuts. So thank you po.
It's 2 p.m. in Australia, so it's lunchtime for me as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. See you soon. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you very much. At marami pong salamat sa ating mga speakers. Sa ating pagtatapos, gusto po rin nating pasalamatan lahat ng mga partners sa proyektong ito. Thames International Business School at Philippine Trade Trading Center bilang learning partners. Wonderman Thompson bilang agency partner. And of course, our enabling partners. In alphabetical order, Academy of Entrepreneurs, Australia, Air 21, Asian Consulting Group, GawinPH, FedEx, GawinPH, GCash, Globe and Globe My Business, Google and their Google Primer app, Grab Philippines, including GrabPay and Grab Express, Lalamove, Lazada, PayMaya, PLDT Enterprise, QuadX, SB Corp, Shopee, Shopinas, TransUnion, Union Bank, University of Asia and the Pacific, University of the Philippines, Wonderman Thompson, Zalora, and Zilingo. Salamat sa lahat ng mga viewers para sa session na ito. Sana ay nakatulong po sa inyong negosyo ang ating session. Gusto po namin kayong imbitahin sa mga susunod pa naming webinars hanggang Sabado. In fact, Session 2 of Meet Your Enablers, 2 p.m. na siya with PLDT at Globe. Pakisagot po ang ating online survey form when you leave this webinar. We will use this to further improve our services moving forward. Please do attend our succeeding webinars as well. We'll try to flash on the screen the schedule for the remaining webinars. Again, thank you very much, everyone. Please visit our official Facebook page, DTI E-Commerce, or send an email to DTI E-Commerce Office at echo@dti.gov.ph. Happy rebooting, God bless us all, and I hope to see you at 2 p.m.
Thank you.